Have you ever looked at someone who achieved everything you've ever wanted and thought, what makes them so different from me? Why do some people seem to rise effortlessly while others, despite working just as hard, stay stuck in the same place for years? The truth is, it all begins in one place: your mind. The size of your success will never exceed the size of your dreams. If your dreams are small, your life will remain small. But if you dare to dream big, you give yourself permission to grow beyond anything you've ever imagined. Welcome to Dream Big, Grow Bigger, a journey into the mindset, habits, and inner transformation that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. This is not a story of luck or privilege or destiny. This is a story of how ordinary people, just like you, learn to think differently, believe differently, and act differently until success becomes their reality. Everything you see in the world, every invention, every company, every empire began as a dream in someone's mind. The airplane started as a dream. The light bulb was once a dream. The smartphone you hold right now, the skyscrapers that touch the clouds, all of it was born from someone daring to think bigger than the world around them. But dreaming big is not about fantasy. It's about having a vision so powerful that it pulls you forward even when reality says you can't. The first lesson of Dream Big, Grow Bigger is simple yet profound. You become what you believe. If deep inside you think you are meant for average, life will give you average. But if you decide, truly decide, that you are meant for greatness, the universe starts to shift in your favor. Most people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim too low and hit. Think of every successful person you've ever admired: entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, innovators. They all started with a dream that seemed impossible at first. They were told it couldn't be done, that they weren't qualified, that they should be realistic. But instead of shrinking their dreams to match their current reality, they grew themselves to match their dreams. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck. But dreaming big alone isn't enough. Dreaming is just the spark. Growth is the fire. To grow bigger, you must learn to move from vision to action. Most people get trapped in the dream stage. They visualize, they hope, they wait, but they never take the bold steps that bring their dreams to life. Every big dream demands one thing: courage. The courage to begin when you're not ready, the courage to fail, the courage to be misunderstood, and the courage to keep going when no one believes in you. There will be days when the dream feels too far, when the obstacles seem too high, when your energy fades and the world laughs at your ambition. But remember this: the moment you choose to keep going, despite the pain, despite the doubt, despite the fear, that's the moment you grow. That's when you become the kind of person capable of holding the life you've been dreaming about. Growth is never comfortable. It's about stretching your limits, facing your fears, and becoming more than who you were yesterday. You can't expect to grow bigger if you keep thinking the same thoughts, making the same choices, and surrounding yourself with the same energy. Change begins with self-awareness, asking yourself, what am I believing about myself that's holding me back? What excuses have I been living with? What stories am I telling that no longer serve me? Once you begin to question your limitations, you'll start to see how much power you actually have. The biggest prison we live in is the one built by our own doubts. And the key to freedom is belief. When you believe you deserve more, when you believe you can learn, adapt, and grow, when you believe that failure is not the end, but a part of your evolution, everything changes. Every dream demands a price, not in money, but in discipline, persistence, and patience. Most people want success quickly, but real growth doesn't happen overnight. The tallest trees take years to rise. The strongest foundations take time to build. Your dream is not a race. It's a lifelong transformation. Every challenge, every delay, every moment of pain is sculpting you into someone capable of carrying your destiny. And let's talk about money, because dreaming big also means expanding your relationship with wealth. Many people secretly believe that money is evil, that wanting more is greedy, or that wealth is reserved for a chosen few. But here's the truth. Money is simply energy, a reflection of the value you bring to the world. The more you grow, the more you can give, and the more abundance naturally flows into your life. To think like a dreamer and grow like a winner, you must learn to align your purpose with your effort. Ask yourself, what am I here to contribute? How can my dreams serve others? Because the most powerful dreams aren't selfish, they're transformational. They uplift not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. If you want to grow bigger, stop waiting for motivation and start building momentum. Motivation fades, but momentum compounds. It's the small daily actions, that one chapter, that one call, that one step, that create massive results over time. You don't need to see the whole staircase to climb it. You just need to take the next step. Every single day, remind yourself of your dream. Write it down. Speak it aloud. See it as if it already exists. Your mind cannot distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined, so give it a vision worth believing in. When your thoughts, words, and actions align with your purpose, the world has no choice but to respond. And here's something most people never realize. Success is not something you chase, it's something you attract by the person you become. If you want to attract better, you have to become better. If you want to achieve more, you have to grow more. The external world is only a reflection of your internal world. So today, decide that no matter where you are right now, your story isn't over. Decide that your dreams are valid, your goals are possible, and your growth is inevitable. Because you were not born to live a small, fearful, ordinary life. You were born to dream big and grow even bigger. Dreams are powerful. But the truth is, a dream without direction is just imagination. What separates achievers from dreamers is clarity, knowing why you want what you want. Without a clear why, you'll always lose motivation when things get tough. But when your dream is backed by purpose, no obstacle is strong enough to stop you. Ask yourself, what's your real reason for wanting success? Is it just money, fame, recognition? Or is it freedom, impact, and the ability to live life on your own terms? Because once you define your why, every how becomes possible. Purpose gives your dream energy. It fuels your focus when distractions appear. It gives you strength when everyone else gives up. The world is full of people with potential, but very few with persistence. Everyone wants success, but not everyone is willing to pay the price it demands. The price of success is discipline. It's waking up early when no one's watching. It's saying no to comfort and yes to consistency. It's sacrificing what you want now for what you truly want most. That's what it means to grow bigger. You don't need to be the smartest, richest, or luckiest person in the room. You just need to be the one who refuses to quit. The universe has a strange rule. It rewards those who persist. No matter how slow your progress seems, if you keep going, you'll get there. The people who fail aren't the ones who lack talent. They're the ones who stopped too soon. Think about the times in your life when you were close to giving up. Remember how it felt. the frustration, the doubt, the exhaustion. Now imagine if instead of quitting, you had kept going just one more day, one more week, one more month. What if success was waiting just behind that moment of struggle? Most dreams die one step before the finish line. In your journey, failure is inevitable, but defeat is optional. Every successful person has failed more times than the average person has ever tried. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every mistake teaches you something, every setback strengthens you, and every rejection redirects you towards something better. So stop fearing failure, fear mediocrity, fear staying the same, fear living a life where you never even tried. The secret to building a successful life starts with your mindset. Everything you are today is the result of how you think, how you see the world, and how you respond to it. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thinking. The truth is, your external world is only a reflection of your internal world. You cannot live a rich life with a poor mindset. You cannot expect abundance while thinking in scarcity. The greatest shift you'll ever make begins in your mind. Wealth is not just about money, it's about mentality. Two people can have the same opportunities, the same talents, even the same time in a day, yet one becomes successful and the other stays stuck. The difference isn't in their environment, it's in their attitude. The one who believes in growth finds ways to rise. The one who doubts finds reasons to stay where they are. Life listens to your beliefs more than your wishes. If you constantly say, "I can't," your mind will find proof to support that. But when you say, "I can," the same mind becomes your greatest ally. You start seeing opportunities where others see problems. You start believing in possibilities others ignore. That's why it's said, you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. The wealthy don't think about losing. They think about learning. They don't see problems, they see patterns. They don't chase money, they attract it through value, vision, and consistency. They understand that money is not the goal, it's a byproduct of serving others, solving problems, and growing continuously. So ask yourself, are you thinking like a victim or like a creator? Victims blame the world, creators shape it. Victims wait for opportunities, creators build them. Every person who has ever changed their destiny began by taking responsibility. The day you stop blaming others and start owning your future, that's the day your real growth begins. You have to train your mind to think long-term. The world today is addicted to instant gratification, fast money, fast fame, fast results. But nothing great happens fast. Trees don't grow overnight, muscles don't form in a day, and empires aren't built in a week. Growth requires patience. You plant, you nurture, you wait, and then, one day, the harvest comes. Success is the same. You have to plant the seeds of discipline, water them with consistency, and protect them with focus. Focus, that's another secret ingredient most people overlook. We live in an age of distraction, where attention has become the new currency. Everyone is chasing attention, but few are learning to master it. The truth is, the more you control your focus, the more you control your future. Where attention goes, energy flows. So if your focus is scattered across negativity, gossip, and comparison, that's exactly what your life will reflect. But if you learn to focus on your mission, your dream, your self-improvement, you become unstoppable. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. You can't expect to build mental strength if you're constantly switching between goals, plans, and distractions. Choose one direction and go all in. Consistency beats intensity every single time. You don't need to do everything in one day. You just need to do something every day. Progress isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters with intention and persistence. Let's talk about failure again, because failure, if understood properly, can become your greatest teacher.
Every time you fail, life is simply asking, how badly do you want it? Most people give up after the first rejection, but champions see rejection as redirection. They know that behind every no is a lesson. Behind every closed door is preparation for something greater. Failure doesn't define you, it refines you. When Thomas Edison was asked how he felt about failing 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work." That's the attitude of a winner. Winners don't avoid mistakes, they learn faster from them. If you want to grow bigger, you must stop fearing the process. Everyone wants success, but no one wants the struggle that shapes it. But without struggle, there's no strength. Without pressure, there's no diamond. Without resistance, there's no growth. So instead of running from your challenges, face them with courage. Every challenge is training you for the next level of your dream. And remember, comparison kills growth. The moment you start comparing your journey to someone else's, you lose sight of your own. Everyone has a different timeline, a different path, and a different purpose. Just because someone reached their dream before you doesn't mean you're late. You're not behind. You're just preparing for your own unique breakthrough. Life is not a race, it's a journey. Instead of asking, "Why is it taking so long?" start saying, "I'm getting stronger every day." Because success is not about speed, it's about direction. You can be running fast but still be lost if you're heading the wrong way. So slow down if you need to, but never stop moving forward. Now let's talk about emotions, because mastering your emotions is key to mastering your life. Success isn't only built on strategy, it's built on emotional strength. There will be days when you'll feel tired, unmotivated, even broken. That's when most people quit, but not you. You have to remember why you started. You have to remind yourself of the dream that keeps you awake at night. Control your emotions or they will control you. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. Not every bad day means you're on the wrong path. Sometimes the hardest days are the ones that prepare you for your greatest breakthroughs. Learn to stay calm in chaos. That's what separates winners from the rest. When everyone else is panicking, winners stay centered. They don't react, they respond. They use pressure as fuel, not as fear. If you want to grow, you must surround yourself with people who lift you, not limit you. Energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by dreamers, you'll start dreaming bigger. If you're surrounded by complainers, you'll start doubting more. Choose your circle wisely. Find mentors who challenge your comfort zone and friends who celebrate your growth. The company you keep will either build your confidence or break your spirit. You become like the people you spend the most time with, so make sure they reflect the future you want, not the past you've outgrown. And one more thing, gratitude. It's one of the most underrated habits in personal growth. Gratitude doesn't just make you happier, it makes you wealthier in spirit. When you start appreciating what you already have, you open space for more. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. It reminds you that success isn't only about reaching goals, it's also about enjoying the journey. Be thankful for every lesson, every challenge, every small win. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into blessings. When you operate from a place of gratitude, you radiate abundance, and abundance always attracts more abundance. Now let's talk about vision. Vision is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Without vision, you drift. With vision, you direct. You need to see your future clearly, even if no one else can. Write it down, visualize it every day. Feel it as if it's already yours. The brain doesn't differentiate between imagination and experience. So when you repeatedly visualize success, your subconscious mind starts to work to make it happen. Vision is not wishful thinking. It's a mental rehearsal for greatness. Every successful person you admire once had a vision that others couldn't see. They were called unrealistic until they made it real. So don't be afraid to dream big. But remember, dreaming big also means working big, thinking big, and believing big. To grow bigger, you must align your thoughts, words, and actions. You can't dream of success and speak of failure. You can't pray for abundance and think in lack. You can't wish for greatness and act in laziness. The universe responds to alignment. When your thoughts, words, and actions all move in one direction, magic happens. Your dream will test you. It will ask you to prove your dedication. It will make you uncomfortable, challenge your patience, and push you to your limits. But those who keep going through the pain find something powerful on the other side: transformation. Because growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in challenge. Every morning, remind yourself you were not born to live a small life. You were born to create, to build, to inspire, to grow. Don't let fear, doubt, or society convince you otherwise. The people who live extraordinary lives are not different from you. They simply decided to believe in themselves when no one else did. So dream big, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. And grow bigger, not for applause, but for impact. Because when you grow, you don't just change your life, you inspire others to believe that they can change theirs too.
At some point in life, you will realize that chasing success for yourself is not enough. True growth begins when your dream starts serving others. You see, the greatest people in history didn't just dream of wealth, fame, or comfort. They dreamed of change. They dreamed of making the world a little better than they found it. That's the essence of growing bigger. Because when your dream expands beyond you, it becomes a legacy. Your dream should not end at personal success. It should evolve into collective impact. The real power of a dream lies in its ability to inspire others to believe in their own. The moment your vision starts lifting others, your life gains a deeper purpose. That's when you stop existing and start living. But to reach that stage, you must master the art of self-belief. Because belief is the seed from which every great dream grows. Without belief, talent is wasted. Without belief, effort loses meaning. You have to believe in your worth, even when no one else sees it. You have to believe that your dream is valid, that your voice matters, that your vision can change lives. There will be times when you'll be alone with your dream. No applause, no recognition, just you and your faith. Those are the moments that define you. Because faith is not tested when everything is going well. It's tested when everything falls apart. When the path is dark, when doors close, when nothing seems to move, that's when your belief must shine the brightest. Every dreamer faces this darkness. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent or luck, it's endurance. When life hits you hard, most people break. But those who grow bigger, they bend, they adapt, they evolve. Because they understand that pain is not punishment, it's preparation. Every obstacle you overcome strengthens your character, sharpens your focus, and makes your dream even more powerful. The world will try to test your worth. People will doubt your potential. But remember this, the loudest voices in your head are often the echoes of your own fear. Don't let them drown your greatness. Speak louder. Tell yourself every single day, I am capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. Because every time you choose belief over fear, your dream takes another step toward reality.